With the busy fall season already in swing, you might be looking for wholesome, convenient meals for those jam-packed days. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit, can help you fuel up fast with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You will save time, eat well, and stay on track with your healthy lifestyle. These meals are really great to help you nourish yourself well during your pregnancy, and having delicious, nutritious meals in the postpartum period will free up your time and allow you to focus on settling into motherhood and getting to know your sweet new baby. Listen, I have a family of snobby eaters, okay? And all 4 of us loved these meals. We went with the vegetarian versions, and I'm not lying. Every single one of them was delicious. Head to factormeals.com/Dr. Nicole 50 and use code Dr. Nicole 50 to get 50% off. That's code Dr. Nicole 50 at factormeals.com/Dr. Nicole 50 to get 50% off today. Let's talk about skin to skin contact. Welcome to the All About Pregnancy and Birth podcast. I'm Dr. Nicole Calloway Rankins, a board-certified OBGYN who's been in practice for nearly 15 years. I've had the privilege of helping over 1,000 babies into this world, and I'm here to help you be calm, confident, and empowered to have a beautiful pregnancy and birth. Quick note, this podcast is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for medical advice. Check out the full disclaimer at drnicolerankins.com/disclaimer. Now let's get to it. Hello there. Welcome to another episode of the podcast. This is a Dr. Nicole Says episode about skin to skin contact. Whether you are a new listener or a returning listener, I am so glad you're spending some of your time with me today. So let's talk about skin to skin contact. Your baby should be on your skin right after birth. That is what skin to skin contact is. And by right after birth, I mean your baby can come straight out of your vagina and right up onto your bare chest. Now, if that feels like a bit much for you, maybe there's blood, bodily fluids, then your baby can certainly be dried off first on your chest with a blanket and then placed on your skin. But really, your baby should be with you after birth. Traditionally, or back in the day, we used to do some things that we know don't have benefit anymore. We would immediately clamp and cup the cord, give mom a quick peek, and take the baby over to the warmer for an assessment, where the nurses would look at the baby, wrap the baby, put a hat on the baby, do the baby's vitals, temperature, all of those things. And we've since discovered that really all of those things are not necessary. They don't have to happen right away. We really need to be prioritizing parents being the ones to have connection with their baby immediately after birth. And it's not even just the mental benefits of connecting with your baby with skin to skin contact after birth. There's actually some science that shows that it has benefits. And so skin to skin contact immediately after birth, and by skin to skin, let me say, there's no bra, there's no gown, there's nothing in between you and your baby. Literally, it means your skin and your baby's skin are touching and together. And studies have shown that it can help your baby have an easier transition to newborn life. I think that is because with their little heads against your skin and against your chest, that they can feel and maybe even hear your heartbeat, a sound that is probably familiar to them and helps them feel comfortable. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen babies who are screaming their little heads off, and you put them skin to skin with mom, and it just helps settle them down. They get comfortable. They just kind of settle in. So it definitely helps the baby have an easier transition to newborn life. Skin to skin contact will also help your baby have more stable breathing, help your baby have more stable temperature. Actually, skin to skin contact is something that's done in the NICU for preterm babies to help babies maintain their temperature better. Also, we know that there's nothing quite like that human touch, that human contact with a parent to help maintain the baby's breathing and temperature. Skin to skin contact is going to help promote breastfeeding. Actually, often babies will start to root around and look for the breast. They can smell it, we believe, pretty soon after birth. With skin to skin contact, they may latch on even or try to latch on. Now, they may not be getting a whole lot. They're not going to get a whole lot within those first few moments after birth, or first few days, really. Their little tummies are like about the size of a marble. And they really don't need a lot in those first few days because they've gotten stores from being inside of you. They have the things that they need to transition. But it will help with breastfeeding when you do skin to skin contact within that first hour after birth. And then it can promote bonding, as you might imagine. You know, you're snuggling together. It just helps you feel connected to your baby for sure. And then I will say another thing that it can help with, just anecdotally, is if you need to have some stitches done, it's a very, very nice distraction from the stitches. I mean, you shouldn't be in pain from getting stitches done. You should have numbing medication or your epidural should work, but it's definitely a nice distraction holding onto your baby while you're getting stitches done after birth. Now, a couple of things about skin to skin. Your partner can also do skin to skin. So that is certainly a possibility as well. They can do that right there in the delivery room or in the labor room. And that can be comforting for folks if mom is like really tired. Maybe you don't want to do skin to skin. Maybe you're just exhausted. Maybe you need a break. Then your partner can certainly do skin to skin too. KiwiCo Panda Crate is a bi-monthly subscription for babies ages 0 to 24 months. They are perfect for brain-building play and fun. KiwiCo baby products are made with care. They are free of BPA, free of lead, and they use only non-toxic water-based paints and finishes. And y'all, these crates are so freaking adorable. The Bond With Me Panda Crate comes with a tummy time mirror that can be used in multiple different ways. There are these really cool black and white high contrast image cards that support baby's visual development. There's a super cute milestone pillow and cards to track your baby's milestones, plus other at-home activities to connect and bond with your baby. And y'all, these crates ain't just cute, okay? They also support your baby's rapid development in the first 2 years of life with science-backed products that support child-led play and encourage open-ended exploration. Each KiwiCo Panda Crate includes age-specific products that are designed by experts and backed by research. I would have loved to have something like this for my babies. Unlock brain-building play with KiwiCo Panda Crate. Get 50% off your first month with code Dr. Nicole at kiwico.com/panda. That's 50% off your first month at kiwico.com/panda, promo code Dr. Nicole. And then skin to skin contact can also be done in the operating room, okay? So at the time of a C-section, and there are a couple of ways that it can be done. So some hospitals have a special drape where you can actually, after the C-section and after delayed cord clamping is done, because that can be done in the C-section also, delayed cord clamping is done and the cord is clamped and cut, the baby can be passed through a special drape onto mom. And then that skin to skin contact can be done pretty quickly. Now that does require the special surgical drape that is more expensive. So it really depends on the hospital whether or not they have it. I've only seen just a handful of hospitals have that special type of drape. So I don't want to get your hopes up that that's going to be likely. It also does tend to require extra staff because there has to be a nurse who's scrubbed and can help catch the baby and pass it through the sterile field, because we have to still maintain our sterile surgical field during the time of the C-section. So that is one way skin to skin can be done, although it does not happen very often, I will say. And then the other way is that after the baby is born, the baby can quickly be assessed on the warmer, because babies who are born via C-section don't get that squeeze like when they come through the vagina. So sometimes they have challenges breathing, not a lot, not commonly, but they do require some assessment after being born by cesarean. So once that is quickly done, then the baby can be brought over to the mom for skin to skin in the OR for the duration of the cesarean birth. Now, it can be a little bit tricky because you're laying down on the OR table and you're kind of like on your back and you're trying to get your arms together. So I will admit that it can feel quite awkward doing skin to skin in the OR. And sometimes moms just opt to have the baby wrapped up and handed to dad because it just feels awkward. But it can definitely be done in the operating room. And I also want to iterate that you get the benefits of skin to skin as long as it's done within the first hour after birth. Like, it doesn't have to be right away. If it's delayed for some reason because the baby needs to be assessed or things are happening, as long as you have that skin to skin within the first hour, then you get those benefits that I talked about: the easier transition, stable breathing and temperature, breastfeeding and bonding. And then also, I don't want you to beat yourself up. Yes, obviously you should aim to have skin to skin contact, but if you don't have it, your baby's not going to be scarred for life. Your baby's not going to miss out on things that, you know, are like absolutely critical for their growth and development. You'll have plenty of time to do skin to skin later on. And that's another thing. You can continue to do skin to skin at home. It's not something that has to be done just at the time of birth. You can continue to do skin to skin at home. So if you're not able to do skin to skin, do not beat yourself up. It will be okay. Your baby will be okay. You're just going to do it as soon as you can. The ideal time, though, is within that first hour after birth. Now, I will say that more and more hospitals are doing skin to skin contact right after birth. They're making that a priority. It really should be standard of care, but not everyone does. I would say even most I would say now, but not all do. So definitely ask for that. In addition to delayed cord clamping, those are the two things that kind of go together right after birth. So definitely be clear that you want skin to skin contact right after birth. Now, these are things that you will learn about in good childbirth education, as I will say, like, until I will, in blue in the face, everybody needs childbirth education. It's so important to help you understand the things that are really crucial to you have that best birth experience, that birth experience that you deserve. Now, of course, I have the birth preparation course, which is my online childbirth education class. You can check out the details at drnicolerankins.com/enroll. But there are tons of childbirth education options out there. You have to find something that works best for you, matches with your personality and your style and what you're looking for. Just make sure it's evidence-based. Make sure it's taught by someone who's reputable and knows what they're doing and didn't just, throw something together. I want to be sure that you get great information, but do get childbirth education because it is so, so important. All right. So there you have it. If you could do me a favor and share this with a friend. Sharing is caring. It helps me to reach and serve more people. And I'm on a mission to serve millions of pregnant folks. And I would love your help in doing so. Also, if you want to connect with me outside of the podcast, you can connect with me on Instagram. I'm on Instagram at Dr. Nicole Rankins, or join my free Facebook group, the Inner Circle Community with Dr. Nicole Rankins. It's the All About Pregnancy and Birth Inner Circle Community. There. Yeah. Okay. The name is kind of long, but that's what it's called. Search for Dr. Nicole Rankins in the Facebook groups and you'll find it. Great community, really supportive. People make connections in there. Great place to be. So do check that out. All right. So that's it for this episode. Do come on back next week and remember that you deserve a beautiful pregnancy and birth.